My thieving sister-in-law stole my family heirloom earrings, then assaulted me, so I had her arrested and pressed charges. My entire family sided with her, and my brother started fabricating evidence to try prove that she was innocent. My brother and sister-in-law had come over to visit my parents, and during dinner I confronted my SIL about how she stole from me. I asked her where my great-grandmother's earrings were, and took out the security camera that I kept in my room. I played the footage, which showed her sneaking into my room and going through my drawers, then taking them. My brother was the first to respond that she did it for a good cause. I asked what this cause was, and she said she pawned them so they could have more money for the wedding. I instantly lost it. I called her a thieving bitch and told my parents, who were staying silent, to call the cops as I'm pressing charges. "Oh no, you're not," my sister-in-law responded, before walking over and slapping me. She then started pulling my hair and screaming. She even picked up a glass and smashed it over my head, causing red to start pouring out of me. While this was happening, I saw my mother in the living room dialing 911. The police arrived quickly, and when they saw my wounds, they asked what was going on. I started explaining to the police what had happened, but my sister-in-law was saying everything she could to stop them from doing so. This got the cops suspicious, and they asked to see the footage. When they saw it, they didn't need much more convincing. Emily was arrested right then and there in front of the entire family. I was sort of satisfied. You see, Emily was the kind of person who would do anything to be the center of attention, especially when it came to celebrations. She had this obsession with always wanting everything to be bigger, better, and more extravagant than anyone else's. In her mind, she was like some kind of modern-day Daisy Buchanan from The Great Gatsby, floating around in luxury and hosting these jaw-dropping events where she was the star. But Emily didn't have the money to support her fantasies. She and my brother David were constantly living beyond their means. When she was planning the reception, she talked about it as if it were the biggest event of the year. She was determined to have the most stunning venue, the most expensive flowers, and the best catering no matter the cost. She was known to max out credit cards, take out loans, and do anything to satisfy that desire for validation. And even though David knew they were drowning in debt, he still enabled her fantasies. David had always been the type to make poor choices when it came to women. His relationships were consistently with girls who cared more about material possessions over meaningful connections, and he had a habit of chasing after women who seemed perfect on the surface but were hollow underneath. Emily was no different. She had charm, but her fixation on luxury and status was obvious